Tacos?
Tacos?
Oh, no.
We're going to get tacos later. We just discussed. Ooh, I'm the number one YouTuber on YouNow. That means not very many other people are using the tag YouTuber. That's fine. Waiting for people. We're waiting for people.
Waiting for people. Come to our live stream.
Waiting for people. Coming to live stream. Yeah. Oh, there's the YouTube.
Yay!
Better turn the sound off on the computer.
Get the link and then switch over to video.
Well, yeah, good call. Good call.
In case we need to get
Hello, everybody. There are people here.
Hey,
Hey, Black Blather. Hey, why are you reading this? Hey, Selena Martinez. Hey, Rosenstar. Stuff. That's on the YouTube page. Hey, YouNowers. Hey, Maddie Sun Show. Hey, Mary Mongoose. Sun Now. You should probably read things.
You could try it. You could try it out. Can you read?
No.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. I probably should. I guess. Who's pooping?
Probably lots of people.
What's poppin'? Alex asks. Who's pooping? Mad Zangles asks. Yeah, imagine how many people are pooping right now.
Imagine it. Think about it.
Yeah.
Think about it really hard.
Imagine. Imagine all the poople pooping out their poop. You may say I'm a peer.
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness.
But that's not the only thing I do. Sometimes I also poop. And the world can eat more food.
Please never do that again.
Why?
No, it was really good.
How you doing, Maddie Sun Now? I'm doing good. I'm good. We watched Blade Runner 2049 last night. I loved it. I friggin' loved it. As more reviews of it come out, like the percentage of Rotten Tomatoes goes down,
which we think is a great injustice.
And the main criticism is, which I expected, which is that it's long, it's plodding, it's a slow pace.
But it doesn't feel. I don't think it felt too long. Aside from my only criticism of the movie is that I think I was maybe too pregnant to see it in a theater because I was getting really uncomfortable sitting there toward the end. But I don't think that it was too long.
I didn't want it to end. I loved it. It was super immersive sci-fi movie. It was hey, Selena Martinez says, remember when you collabed with Tessa Violet in 2008? Yes, I do. We were at VidCon, I believe, was when we collabed, when I was on her channel.
2008?
I don't know if it was 2008. I don't remember when it was. Anyway, it was slow. Sure, it was slow, but it didn't feel slow. I didn't want it to end. It was like reading a good book. It was fully immersive, visual, auditory experience. I thought. I loved it. Loved it.
Yep.
Not sure whether we successfully cover what we needed to about poop, guys. Can we revert to it, take it a bit more seriously?
Poop is very serious, and it's important.
You have to. Food goes in. Food has to come out.
Yep.
You can't just keep food in. We'll just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and then there'll be no more room.
And then you die.
Yeah. Going tonight. Blade Runner is my favorite movie of all time. Watched the original the last 2 nights. Good. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. It definitely feels like the first one. The pacing is the same. Visually, it's the same. Just updated technology. I liked it lots.
Ken D says his wife is having contractions right now.
What? You're what? Man, what?
So,
what?
Have a baby.
Get ready.
Although it could still be a while. You can have contractions and not really be.
Go to the hospital now.
Oh, wow.
Don't, if you don't have to.
If you do have to,
Yeah.
go. Don't watch this live stream. Go to the hospital instead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You should probably go tend to your wife. Contractions happen for like 3 or 4 months, yo.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've been having Braxton Hicks contractions for a while, occasionally, and they're pretty uncomfortable. They're not painful though.
Braxton Hicks, yo.
Mm-hmm.
We should have named our baby Braxton Hicks. It's still not too late.
Well,
Someone probably
is.
has. Someone's probably done that.
Probably, and also our baby already has a name, and everybody calls her that.
Too bad.
Okay, changing our baby's name.
Definitely. So, we are going to do what we do every week. We're going to do a story, not story podcast. We're going to record it. And while doing so, I will look at the comments, but we probably won't respond to the comments.
Yeah, probably not. Because we got to focus on our stories, yo.
Yeah. Yo. Oop, that was a little burp.
That was cute.
Gotta get them out before. Everybody burps too, guys. Air goes in, air's gotta come out. Gas goes in, or is made in you and has to come out.
Hey, good point.
Yeah.
Gotta come out. Hey, so how does it feel to be heading into recording first episode of Story Not Story now that you're 37 years old?
The same, exactly the same.
Because Craig's birthday was yesterday, and so before that he was 36 years old, but now he's 37 years old, and that's a huge difference. Life-changing, really.
Yes. Jordan Newsom asked for a short review of Blade Runner. You must have got here late. I just did it. Great is basically the summation. Anyway, so I'm 37. Yep, arthritis is setting in. Back problems.
Lost all his teeth.
Lost all my teeth.
Got both your knees replaced.
Yeah, just yesterday.
Didn't replace them with new knees, though. You got door hinges instead.
Yeah, I did. Listen to this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Got old door hinges, apparently.
Mark Gray says, happy birthday, thank you. You're a day late, though. Ugh. Just kidding.
Wow.
Just kidding.
Wow.
And Tommy Tom says, what up, pimps? Try not to announce my profession. It's not. Shh. Blake Grigsby. Hey-o. There he is again.
You're late.
You're
Just
late.
kidding.
You're late, Blake.
You can come whenever you want, or you don't have to at all. It doesn't even matter.
Nope. But yeah, it's good to see you. Glad you're here. Should we start our stories?
Can I finish chewing first?
Oh.
I was having a bit of a snack.
This would be the perfect time to start. Let's do it.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Mark Gray's been 37 for 14 years.
Oh, wow.
Huh.
Aw.
It's some sort of cryogenic freeze
You've been
thing?
37 almost long enough for you being 37 to drive.
Glee Pope, thank you on YouTube for the donation. Strictly to be spent on adorable baby clothes. Thank you.
Okay, we will do that, we promise.
Yeah, thank you.
Baby clothes are hard to resist.
That's true. We will do so. So yeah, how's your day going so far?
It's going good. I woke up and I had some oatmeal.
I was here, actually. Not for that part.
No, you were asleep.
I was asleep.
I snuck Mitzi out of the room because Mitzi, when one of us gets up, she gets really excited and ready to start her day. And so she'll start like stretching and climbing all over the bed, and she'll make like sounds and be loud and wake you up. So I grabbed her and snuck her out and closed the bedroom door so she wouldn't wake you up. And let you sleep for a little while longer.
I slept for a while. I woke up, my phone blooped at 9:50
Oh no.
because I put in our calendar recording Story Not Story at 10. So it blooped.
Oh.
And I woke up and I'm like, oh, I'm going to go back to sleep. And then I blinked and it blooped again at 10:50 because I had a meeting with the Good Stuff gentlemen at 11, which was in my calendar. I didn't really put them at a specific time. I just put them in the calendar just to know that they were happening today. I probably should have put them later. Well, the 11 o'clock
Good Stuff thing had to happen.
That had to happen. But the Story Not Story one could have happened anytime. But I blooped myself.
You went and blooped yourself.
But it was basically like I blinked. I'm like, boom, and then I was up. And I looked at the I was shocked that an hour had passed.
Mm-hmm.
It was interesting.
Because Craig is not a very good sleeper.
Not usually.
So if he gets woken up, it will take him a while to go back to sleep if he even can at all.
Yeah.
But apparently not today. You must have needed that extra hour.
Mm-hmm. Someone's saying our volume is too low. No, then Mads Angel says, no, your volume is too low. That might be the case. From my indicators, our volume is just fine. It is a bit low, Mark says.
Interesting.
Hmm.
What if we just yell?
Hey!
Yell at you?
I could turn it up a little bit. Looks like we're not getting close to maxing out as we talk right now.
Okay. We did a sound check.
Yeah. I'll move this closer.
Okay.
Checkity, check. Hey, hey, hey. Oh,
Now
check.
Someone said that there's a bit of static.
Static? What is...
You were fiddling with that cord.
I
I don't want to point fingers.
Was not fiddling.
You were fiddling.
Was not fiddling.
Someone
Hey.
was fiddling.
Hey, Bales Marie says it's fine.
Okay.
Don't sacrifice the podcast sound for YouNow. Sure, but it's I think it's all the same thing though. It should work the same on YouNow as it does on our podcast. Ooh. I don't know.
Ooh.
Sounds fine to them. Okay, it's probably gonna be fine.
Okay.
It's probably gonna be fine.
We're just gonna call it a day here.
Yeah.
If I wasn't wearing a black shirt right now, I think you guys could probably see the baby kicking.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna check something.
Okay. Check it.
Is there a way to change the mic? I wonder if it's being picked up on the laptop mic for you now, and not on this mic. Yep. Mark says I think you're coming through the laptop mic. Yeah, but I can't change it now.
Uh-oh.
I don't think.
We'll have to deal with that for next time.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. YouNowers.
Yeah. There should be a way to change it while you're recording. Guess not.
Let's not fret.
You're probably hearing me tap now as I tap the laptop. Yep. Let's not fret. Sorry, guys.
Because
Just
I
gonna
don't
be.
want it to stop the stream.
Yep. Just gonna be a little. I mean, we could restart it. Then it'll be a different.
Let's.
Yeah, never mind.
We're not gonna fuss over it.
We're not gonna worry about it. But that means, yes, Mark, you're right. That means you have to listen to the podcast for the better sound.
There you go.
See?
All right, I gotta pull up our suggestos on my phone.
Suggestos. Man, it would sound so much better for it now. It's going to the mic. Ugh.
So I went first last week, right? Which one did you want to do? This one? Or that one?
This one.
This one?
Which one is that? I don't know. Oh.
The long one?
Yes.
That one?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, so it's...
No, not doing that one.
Oh.
This is all of the things.
Mm-hmm.
This one?
Yeah. Bricky, who used to...
I don't give away the farm.
But here's the thing. I think we should probably use one more detail from that, other than who used to...
Okay. We gotta discuss.
Yeah.
Before we start recording.
Yeah. Convenient belly table.
Mm-hmm.
Stefan Volzlu says, yes, there's other benefits to having a baby. Portable table.
Oh, yeah. See? Completely hands-free.
Yeah.
How about this part up to there,
Mm-hmm.
and then just the part where he moves onto a cruise ship?
Yes.
Because he quits
Yes.
his job.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Okay, are we ready?
I think we might be ready.
We're going to start recording, guys. We're going to start recording our podcast.
Yep. And we'll be back after we're finished recording to chat with you guys for a couple more minutes.
Mm-hmm. Although the air just turned on.
Don't fret.
I'm not going to fret. Are we ready?
We're so ready right now.
Here goes.
Here it goes. Hey, welcome back to Story Not Story.
Hey! This is Craig, married to the Fonz.
Yep.
And we are going to tell you some stories today, like we always do.
Yeah, if you're hearing this for the first time, then you'll be very confused. But if you're not, then you will be irritated by us explaining what this podcast is again.
It's just very simple. We're just two people who tell stories on the spot.
Yeah.
Boom.
Bedtime stories.
Bedtime stories.
Although many people are misusing our podcast and listening to it like on their commutes and stuff.
What?
What?
Guys, try not to listen any time except the specific time when you're going to bed.
It's designed for a reason.
We try, and you know what? Actually, never mind.
Just listen to it whenever you want. Yeah,
please.
just whenever you want.
Yeah, but eyes on the road. Eyes on the road, bucko.
If our
Can I
stories,
call you bucko?
probably some of them will say yes and some of them will say no.
If your name is Bucko, let us know by sending us an email at storynotstorypodcast@gmail.com or Twitter at storiesinbed or Facebook.com/storynotstory.
Yeah.
Or you could subscribe on Patreon, patreon.com/storynotstory, and send us a message.
Letting us know if your name is Bucko.
Yes, or if we can call you Bucko.
Yeah.
Or
if your name isn't Bucko.
Or youtube.com/storynotstory, where you can leave a comment.
I'm beginning to think that you're just promoting our social media.
No.
And not actually looking for responses about whether we can call people Bucko.
No, this is how I talk.
Okay. Well, should we tell these fine folks some bedtime stories?
Let's do it.
Okay. I went first last week, so it's your turn.
Okay.
Okay. You don't get to just make up
once upon a time...
No, not yet. I have to tell
there
you
was
what
a
you're telling
man
a story about.
or woman.
Is this your first time on the podcast?
Yes.
Okay. Well, our first suggestion this week comes from one of our Patreon patrons named Zach.
Mm-hmm.
Zach sent in a very long suggestion that was really funny.
Really detailed.
It was so many detailed parts to his suggestion that we were afraid that we wouldn't be able to remember all of them to tell a story.
Mm-hmm.
So we picked out a couple of our favorite parts, and we're going to tell a story, or Craig's going to tell a story based on. We
simplified it immensely.
Immensely. It was a good original suggestion, though. Okay, so his suggestion, the parts we're going to use are. I once knew a guy named, or possibly nicknamed, Bricky. Mm-hmm. He used to be the head chef at the most fine dining restaurant in East Philadelphia called Garbage. And then he moved on to a cruise ship permanently. He quits his life as a fine dining chef, moves on to a cruise ship.
Or does he quit his life as a fine dining chef?
Hey, maybe, who knows? It's not my story.
Mm-hmm.
It's your story.
Exactly.
Take it away.
Stop doing my job.
Once upon a time, Ricky.
Stop it.
Chef.
No, it's my story.
Oh,
okay.
Sorry.
So, there once, and still is, a man named Bricky.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Whoa, what a weird name. That's the first time I've ever heard that.
He lives on a cruise ship.
What?
lives on it.
He lives on it?
Yes.
Like for Evsies?
You may ask, how could a man like Ricky live on a cruise ship and afford it?
I wouldn't ask that because I don't know anything about him. Maybe he's super rich.
He's not.
Okay. Now I'm asking.
He's okay. He does well enough, but it's not cheap living on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
He is a fine dining chef on the cruise ship.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Was he always a fine dining chef on the cruise ship?
No. See, he used to be the fine dining chef at a place called Garbage in
really?
East Philadelphia.
Oh, East Philadelphia, that real place that actually exists?
No. But he... Garbage was a preeminent fine dining establishment.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
It was.
Based on its name.
Yes.
Yeah. Those hipsters, trendy, hipstery restaurant names these days.
Well, yeah, he thought it would get attention, which it did. Also, his favorite band is Garbage.
Sure.
Yeah.
So was it themed for the band Garbage?
No.
Restaurant? Okay.
No.
Just called that.
No, it was kind of it was a lot of seafood.
Okay.
Yeah. Like his specialty was scallops.
Ooh.
Yeah, he could do scallops like no other.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. You're saying scallops.
Yeah, and so, but the reason he doesn't work there anymore.
Uh-huh.
You see, one night, he was doing his prep, his food prep, before the restaurant opened in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't open all day. It was exclusive. It was a pretty exclusive place, you know.
Yeah.
The menu was different, like every day, like whatever he wanted.
Whoa.
It was
seasonal stuff.
Seasonal stuff.
Local ingredients.
It was like coursed out. Like he made a course, and like it was basically for like 3 different people. It was very small, like only like 3 tables.
Wow.
But it would be a full course, and it booked up. It was booked solid for months.
Oh my goodness.
Because he was good.
Yeah. Why would he leave this job?
Well, you see, one night, fella by the name of Lou.
Mm-hmm.
Lou Bad.
Okay.
With 2 D's.
Doesn't really need a last name, probably.
Lou, yeah, it does. Because
Okay.
he was a famous food critic.
Oh, yeah. Lou Bad.
Lou Bad.
Mm-hmm.
And he was known for being very, very picky.
Mm-hmm.
And one of his favorite things to say, if he didn't like the food, it was like he'd finish eating and he'd be like, "This is me," and then he'd leave.
This is me?
Like,
oh,
Bad.
Bad.
Yeah.
His last name was Bad.
Yeah.
I get it. That's a weird thing to say.
Sure, it is.
Yeah.
He was a weird guy.
Yeah.
But he could make or break a restaurant.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Bricky was a little nervous, but he's served him before.
Right.
And partially why he's so successful, because he passed the test.
Mm-hmm.
But just so happens this night he planned this this tuna steak with a daikon salad
Mm-hmm.
and a raspberry vinaigrette,
Okay.
and it was one of his best dishes. He's one he's most proud of.
Uh-huh.
His way of cooking a tuna steak, unbelievable.
I don't believe it.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
Unbelievable.
I don't even believe that I wouldn't believe it.
Yeah. Anyway, so he goes to prep the tuna steak, and the freezer that had the tuna steak in it was broken.
No.
It was rank.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That What's he gonna do?
So what he does is maybe he can trick him. Maybe he can make a steak that looks like a tuna steak, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
So he
That's a bad idea.
goes into another freezer. He has to do something. He can't change the menu. It just Lou would he'd tear him apart.
Oh man. Okay. Well.
So he goes into another freezer, and he's like, well, what looks like he sees a salmon, and he's like, well, I guess I could make like a little salmon sort of thing.
Yeah, those aren't super interchangeable, but I can see what he's getting at.
But it's not gonna, it's not gonna taste like tuna. But it doesn't work out. So what he does is he goes next door to there's another restaurant next door.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Recycling.
Recycling.
Yeah.
Okay.
They kind of
Which came first?
Garbage came first.
Okay.
Just like in real life, garbage came first.
Right.
Yeah. And he goes over to his pal, Woody, over at Recycling.
Mm-hmm.
And Woody, like, hey, Bricky. Like, hey, Woody. And he says, do you have any extra tuna? He's like, oh, what happened? You're like the tuna guy. And he's like, yeah, well, I have a freezer in this house. And he's like, well, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you some tuna.
Oh.
and he goes and gets the tuna.
Uh-huh.
It's not the best tuna, though.
Oh, no.
Recycling, it's sort of like, it's like used tuna, you know?
Used tuna?
It's like the extra tuna that wasn't used at other restaurants.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because it's like a little older.
Right. That doesn't sound great.
No. It's fine. It's not terrible. But takes the tuna, goes back over to his restaurant, prepares it, prepares one just of his own to test it, and it's fine.
Not up to snuff?
It's not up to garbage standards.
Right. Right.
So what's he gonna do? He's gonna he has to up the quality of the tuna. So what does he do? Grabs some
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
he oh no, I bumped the microphone, sorry. He takes the tuna. He thought maybe it needs to be tenderized a little more, so he hits it with a little hammer. It's the tuna.
Okay.
A little food hammer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd do that with tuna. I think it would just...
But it's old and it's kind of hard, so he's like, he tries, and it doesn't. It works a little maybe, but not really.
Uh-huh.
So he's like, well, I need to add something to this that everyone likes. That just makes something great. First, he thinks maybe crack or cocaine.
Sure. Everyone likes that?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
No. Well, if they don't know that that's what they're having, they might.
Right.
You know.
Sure.
But then he's like, well, I don't do drugs, so I can't. I know some of my employees might, but I don't. I probably shouldn't do that.
Probably not.
So then he thinks, well, what else? Chocolate cake. It's probably not a good thing to know.
This guy's a fine dining chef.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is like an emergency. He has to use tuna, but this is the only tuna he can get.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the critic knows like what kind of meal he's getting. He knows the menu.
Oh no. It hasn't occurred to him to use seasonings.
Oh, he did. He used all his usual seasonings. There's something wrong with it.
Okay.
People like ice cream. People like what's something that everyone likes? Nutella.
Oh.
I'm allergic to that.
Yeah. Well, and also patella and tuna is not a combination that I would choose.
Right. So then you think,
What did he?
Star Wars. Then you think Star Wars.
That's
Everyone
not even
loves
food.
Star Wars. This is an emergency.
He is breaking down.
Yeah, but he thinks maybe if he plays Star Wars on the wall, projects it on the wall.
That doesn't sound like a
Wow.
fine dining thing to do.
Wow. But then he thinks, well, not Star Wars because that's not on theme. Then he thinks Finding Nemo. So everyone likes Finding Nemo.
Because of the fish.
Yeah.
And then he'll serve fish.
Yeah, that's a problem, I guess.
What about, like, bacon or something?
Well,
Everybody likes bacon.
putting bacon over top.
Yeah. Wrapping it in it or something.
Yeah. Then he tries to wrap it in bacon and play Finding Nemo on the wall.
Uh-huh.
And so then he comes out with the meal, tuna wrapped in bacon, Finding Nemo, surprise.
Uh-huh.
The surprise is Finding Nemo, but it's in the name.
Right.
It just makes it not really a surprise.
Right.
But he serves it. Lou comes in. He's like, "Oh, all right, where's my food?" He always goes.
Okay.
He's very bad.
He's a weird guy.
Yeah. And so he's like, "Sir, we have a nice tuna bacon." He's like, "Bacon? What? That wasn't part of the." He's like, "Well, hey, sometimes we like to jazz it up a little bit, you know." And Finding Nemo. He's like, "Oh, I love that movie. That's great.
Nice.
Interesting movie and meal." And so then he plays Finding Nemo and brings it out, and Lou takes a bite. He's like, "It's bacon, really well prepared bacon." And he's chewing and chewing, and then tuna, not good.
Oh no! Oh, I was hoping he wouldn't notice. But he did.
Yeah. But then he's like, wait, maybe it is good. I brushed my teeth an hour ago.
Well, that's bad
I
form.
probably shouldn't have.
That's bad form for a food reviewer.
Yeah, well, he had a garlic heavy lunch.
Sure.
Like maybe I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on it. Maybe I will. And so, but then the projector stops working, and Finding Nemo is not, like, right at the third act.
Oh no.
Yeah. I don't remember the movie that well. What happens in Finding Nemo?
Well, the dad eventually finds Nemo in that fish tank in a dentist's office.
Yeah.
And then gets him out. And
Yeah.
then then they get caught in a fishing net at the end. And then everybody swims down. And then they're all saved. And then they're okay. And stuff.
Okay. Well,
there's a lot more to it.
he never sees any of that.
Oh, no.
And he's like, show me a movie and it doesn't work, and your tuna might not be good. He flips the table, and he storms out, writes a bad review.
Oh, jeez.
And Ricky is ruined. So he gets a job on a cruise ship as a fine dining seafood chef. And one night, they run out of tuna.
Oh, it's like a repeat of his worst nightmare.
And it's what he does best. It's what he cooks best. And he peeps out at the floor, and there's several people that ordered tuna. One of them is Lou Bad at the table.
He's on the cruise?
He's on the cruise ship.
Is he there to review the cruise ship restaurant, or is he just there incidentally?
He's
just
always
on
reviewing. He can Yelp. He has a blog.
Well, yeah, I know, but I mean, is he there in an official capacity, or is he just on the cruise?
His life is his work.
You're really dodging my question here, but okay. Moving on.
He's always on call. If he has a bad experience, he's going to let people know no matter what he's doing.
What if he has a good experience?
He might let people know then.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, so Lou Bad is out there.
Guess what? He ordered the tuna steak.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yep.
Oh, man.
So,
Mm-hmm.
panicked, Bricky runs to the edge of the boat with a fishing pole and tries to catch tuna.
Oh, that's a choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
This guy's not good under pressure.
Well, I mean, what else is he going to do? What's he going to do?
Send the servers out to be the bad guy. That's what they have to do all the time. Sorry, we're out of tuna.
Yeah, but...
I messed up.
Yeah, but... It's gonna ruin him again.
Sure. But he's on a cruise ship.
True. But it's gonna ruin him.
Sure.
He'll get fired.
Yeah.
The Lou Bad will be like, again, Bricky let me down. Bricky McGee.
Okay.
That's his full name. Bricky McGee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he able to catch tuna off the side of the ship?
No, he catches a perch and a shoe.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of those could be food.
True, but it's not what Lou Bad ordered.
No, it is certainly not.
He does cook up the perch and eats it himself, and it's delicious.
Oh, no, he should have served it.
He said, "Oh shoot, I should have served it, but I was hungry."
Yeah.
Yeah. So what does he do? He thinks, "I'll show Finding Nemo, and wrap the tuna steak in bacon."
Oh, goodness. He doesn't have tuna.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'll show Finding Nemo, and serve bacon, and I'll go catch another perch because that was so good.
Uh-huh.
And he does, and he gets a perch,
Uh-huh.
wraps it in bacon,
Uh-huh.
and there happens to be a projector with a movie screen, and he serves Lou Bad, and he says, "Hey, sorry, remember me? Ha 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 ha." And Lou's like, "Yeah, I remember you. You're the man who, to this day, I still have not seen the rest of Finding Nemo."
Well, whose fault is that?
Even though he says he loved the movie earlier, but he just loved the clips of it that he saw.
Oh, man.
Never saw the whole movie.
Oh, man.
And I just can't see it because every time I try, I just taste that horrible tuna in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And well, I got news for you. This is a wonderful perch, the freshest you will find. Just caught today, and I had one of my own earlier, and it's the best perch I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
And here's Finding Nemo. Turns it on, and Lou's like, so surprised by Finding Nemo being turned on and by this perch and not his tuna that he ordered, he has a heart attack. Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, I'm having a heart attack."
Uh-huh.
See, he talked like that because he's unhealthy.
Sure.
And
Eating
so,
a lot.
yeah. And he has a heart attack. He dies.
Oh, my goodness.
Right there.
So he can't even, he doesn't even taste the perch.
No, but right before he dies, he says, "Tell me, Ricky, did they find Nemo?" And he says, "Yes, they found Nemo." And he dies.
And then he dies.
Yeah.
They never really gets to see the end of the movie.
No, but he smiles. And then he dies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guess he died happy.
Yep. And
Your story is dark.
and Ricky takes the food and throws it away.
What?
What?
Perfectly good food.
Well, he already bit into it a little bit.
So?
He throws it away from him and gives it to his employees.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's a weird way to say that, I know.
Yeah.
But, and then just continues working on the cruise ship and has a good time.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
This cruise ship restaurant seems terribly mismanaged because at the beginning of the shift, they should have known how much tuna they had available, how many portions, and made that clear. And it should have been communicated when they ran out of tuna so that nobody else could have ordered anymore.
Right.
And also, several people had ordered and been waiting on tuna, and he only made a meal for Lou. He didn't even worry about the other people who had ordered tuna.
They told the other people they were out of tuna. And then they reordered.
But then ultimately, he made something else and gave it to Lou and didn't even try to pass it off as tuna. Why couldn't he just tell him that they were out of tuna?
Because it's Lou. He didn't try to pass it off as tuna.
I know, that's what I'm saying. If he was going to tell him eventually anyway that it wasn't tuna, then why not just circumvent the whole issue and not startle the man into a heart attack?
He tried to do something special.
Okay. Well.
And he failed. I mean, you could say he succeeded.
Sure. I mean, you didn't get a bad review.
Right. Lou was also a serial killer. So.
Okay, so we don't feel bad.
No, we don't feel bad.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I guess that was a minor point I left out.
Yeah, you left out that detail.
Yeah.
What's your story called?
It's called Bricky McGee. Bricky McGee and Bad Lou.
Okay.
Bricky McGee and Bad, Lou.
Bad, Lou.
Bad with 2 Ds. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, wonderful.
Thanks.
It left me with many questions. It answered several.
I feel like it was amazing.
It was amazing.
It was a serial killer story.
Right.
Who doesn't love a serial killer story?
It wasn't really a serial killer story.
I
don't think you can call it that.
Because
we didn't find out that one of the characters was a serial killer until
Why are we pointing this out? I mean, I feel like you questioning my storytelling methods?
No. Yes. No. A little bit. Just a smidge. Okay, well...
Hey, can you tell me a story?
I guess I could tell you a story.
This one comes from Gwen Schmeider.
Oh.
They would like to... Hi, my name is Gwyneth, and I'm turning 13, and I'm not excited to, so can you tell me a story about a girl named Gwyneth that isn't excited for her 13th birthday? She goes on a magical adventure.
All right. I can absolutely do that. I hope that... Well, I don't know. She didn't say when her birthday is, so happy birthday, Gwyneth, first of all. And I hope that turning 13 isn't as bad as you are making it out to be for whatever reason. I hope you have a good birthday. But, unfortunately, the character of today's story is a girl named Gwyneth. And it's come up on her 13th birthday, and she is just not looking forward to it. You want to know why? You want to know why she's not looking forward to her birthday? She has a big test that day. She's got to go to school and take a big, important test.
What's the test on?
It's on, I don't know if you've ever heard of this subject. It's mathematics.
I've heard of it.
You have? Okay. Well, it's on mathematics.
Okay.
And she's worried about this test. Because it's kind of one of those pass-fail things. If she does really well, she's going to be fine in the class. If she does poorly, it's over.
So, just for the listener, so the listener knows what she went. She sliced her neck.
With my finger. I gestured. Yeah. And
then you pulled out a gun.
Nope.
And
didn't do that. That part didn't happen.
Oh, no. Okay, that didn't happen.
Okay. So...
And then she did a backflip.
Well, yeah, that part obviously happened.
Yes.
I'm really good at backflips. So anyway, not only does Gwyneth have this huge test coming up on her 13th birthday. But she also, even before that, in the morning part, because the test is in her afternoon class, in the morning, she has to go to the dentist. And she hates the dentist.
Ah, the dentist.
Yeah.
I don't mind the dentist.
I like the dentist.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I actively enjoy it.
I mean, sometimes if they're really digging in there, it's not great.
It's not.
So,
It can be unpleasant, but I'm not scared of the dentist.
it's fine.
It's fine. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Gwyneth
Yeah,
is not a fan.
that's
So she's
unfortunate.
gotta go to the dentist
The
on
classic-
her
The
birthday.
classic 13th birthday dentist trip.
Mm-hmm. She's begging her parents to move her dentist appointment, and they were like, your tooth hygiene is very important. So, no.
Yeah, we are not having a daughter go through her 13th year with dirty teeth.
Right. And this can't possibly wait even one more day.
Yeah.
So, that's that.
Mm-hmm.
And then her parents asked her what kind, if she wanted to have a party or anything for her birthday, and she was like, "Yeah, that would be awesome. I would love to go ice skating with all my friends that evening because I've got this test and I have to go to the dentist. It'd be nice to have something to look forward to that night." And her parents were like, "Okay, awesome. Count on it. Invite all your friends." And so she did. But then her parents forgot to book the ice rink. So they can't go.
Her
'cause they
parents
don't
are
have a room.
terrible.
I know.
What? Why? How would they? How? What? How?
I know it. So
Why are they? Why would they forget that?
Because, they're jerks. They're just
They're just jerks.
jerks.
They busy?
No, one thing led to another, and her mom had it on her calendar to remind her to book it, but then when the day came, she's really busy, and so she was like, "Okay, well, I'll just do this
Busy
tomorrow."
doing what?
Just, working and running errands, and just all sorts of stuff piles up, And she's like, "Okay, I'll call tomorrow," but she forgot to add it to her calendar for the next day, and then she just forgot. By the time they realized, it was like a week before Gwyneth's birthday, and then they tried to call and get it booked, but it was all booked up, and they feel really, really bad about it, and they're gonna make it up to her, but with like an even bigger party, but they didn't want to tell her. They wanted it to be a surprise because they feel so bad to make it up to her, and so Gwyneth doesn't know that there's a bigger surprise coming.
Oh.
So, anyway. So she finds out that they can't go to the ice rink after all. The only thing that she actually wanted to do on her crappy birthday, which is really sad. So, the morning comes, it's her 13th birthday, and her parents wake her up and make her a special breakfast and everything, and she's kind of downtrodden, because she knows, what does she have to look forward to that day?
What'd she have for breakfast?
Pancakes.
Oh.
With fruit cut up on top of them to look like a birthday clown.
What? That's insane. How'd they do that?
Well, they used, like blueberries for eyes and like strawberry for big red nose and stuff, and then like whipped cream and for the what's that?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like a pretty good
it's a
birthday.
special breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she wasn't really fully able to enjoy it because she was just like, after this, I gotta go to the dentist. And I gotta go take this huge test that I'm really worried about. And then what? In the evening, nothing.
Are they doing like, what are they working on on math? Like what part? Like they're doing the Pythagorean theorem and.
It's like equations and
that's math.
formulas.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Very specific. Yeah.
Sometimes some little addition, subtraction, multiplication, division.
Okay. Yeah. You're just describing math. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mathematics.
Okay. Sure. Okay.
of all the equations that she
yeah,
has to
all this,
complete.
yeah, sure.
And with nothing to look forward to in the evening.
Uh-huh.
And her day goes just exactly as she expects it to. The dentist, she goes, gets her teeth cleaned.
Do you have cavities, or would they have to drill anything? They have
No, but she just really doesn't like the dentist anyway.
Okay.
So she just really hates the whole process of getting her teeth, like the scraping and stuff that they do. That's kind of uncomfortable. Yeah. And then she goes to school. She goes to a couple classes, and then she takes that dreaded mathematics test. And boy, wouldn't you know it, she gets in there, and there's a couple of important mathematics formulas that she just can't even recall.
Oh.
Even though she studied really hard. She studied formulas and equations for ones
Now, did she
of
just
hours.
study the words formula and the word equation?
That may have been where she went wrong.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a problem.
Yeah, it's not a vocab test about what a formula is or an equation is.
Well, there's questions about that on there too.
Okay, well, I'm glad she got those right.
Yeah, she leaves the test feeling kind of okay.
You know, I'm kind of hoping for a magical adventure at some point.
Well, after school gets out,
see,
she usually takes the bus home, but she's like, you know what? What do I have to go home for? I'm not in a hurry. There's nothing to look forward to. I'm just gonna take the long way. I'm gonna walk home and spend some time by myself, kind of clear my head.
Sure.
So she's walking along, and she on the way home she has to walk past this wooded area, and as she's walking by, she notices a break in the trees and a path that she never spotted before.
Interesante.
She's like, you know what? I'm gonna head into that there forest here for a second. Clear my head in the woods with the trees. You know? So she takes off down the little path, and it's very peaceful and serene, and kind of has this like magical energy in the air.
Okay. That's interesting.
So she follows this path into the middle of this little forest here, and she discovers a willow tree. A big, beautiful willow tree, which...
Like Willow from Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
No, like Grandmother Willow from Pocahontas.
Okay.
Yeah. So, if you don't know what a willow tree is, it's got branches that come out and then long strands of beautiful leafy things that come down to the ground. And they're very magical looking trees. She's like, oh man, this tree is just like Grandmother Willow from Pocahontas, my favorite Disney movie of all time.
Very Disney themed. Finding Nemo Disney? Or is that just Pixar?
I have no idea.
It might be both.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. No. Yeah.
Although if Disney wants to sponsor us, that is totally fine by me. So she walks into the shaded grove that the willow tree is providing, and leans against the trunk and sits down, and they're just kind of sitting there, and she kind of starts to cry a little bit because she's just sad. 13th birthday is a pretty big milestone, you know. You're a teenager finally, and that's pretty big. And nobody is really. It just doesn't feel as special as she thinks that it maybe should. You know. And so she's sitting there weeping, and she's got her eyes closed. And all of a sudden she feels something swipe across her face and wipe the tears away.
Creepy.
It could be, but it's such a magical, serene place that it doesn't feel that way.
Whoa.
But she does open her eyes with a start.
Yeah.
And she's like, what was that? And...
Wait, what was she like?
What was that?
One more time.
What was that?
Okay, yeah.
And she sees one of the branches in front of her face of the willow tree. One of the leafy strands. It had just wiped away her tears. And she's like, what? This tree is moving and doing stuff. So she stands up and she turns around, and wouldn't you know it, it is Grandmother Willow.
What? Oh my goodness.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Not a sponsor. Disney is not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. No.
Okay.
But that tree that was depicted in Pocahontas is based on a real tree.
Oh my goodness. Is it a documentary?
It's a documentary.
I guess it is. I mean, it is based on a real story. In
Yeah.
general.
Sort of.
Yes.
Yeah, parts of it.
The Grandma Willow part, I did not assume that was a real part of the story.
Well, let me tell you, it is.
Okay.
And she's like, holy butts.
Mm-hmm.
And Grandmother
Wait, what
Willow,
was she like?
holy butts.
One more time.
Holy butts.
Okay. Yeah.
Grandmother Willow was like, I know this is probably freaking you out because I'm a tree and I'm talking to you. Don't be scared. And Gwyneth is like, I'm not scared. I've seen Pocahontas.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, you have? Yeah, that was the tree in that story was based on me. And she's like, yeah, I kind of figured.
Yeah.
Because it looks exactly like you.
I thought this was Grandmother Willow, not Captain Obvious.
Oh. That's what she said, too.
Yeah.
And then Grandmother Willow was like, no,
yeah.
you didn't.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I really did.
Uh-huh.
And Grandmother Willow was like, sit down here, child. Tell me what is bothering you. And she's like, all right. So she's like telling her about
dentist, math,
dentist,
birthdays,
and the mathematics exam with all of the equations and formulas and addition and subtraction and multiplication and division.
Yeah.
And Grandmother Willow is like, whoa, that does not sound like a great 13th birthday, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, sure.
And she's like, well, what can we do to make...
Is her parents going to wonder where she is?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Meanwhile, her parents are worried about where she is.
Yeah.
Because they had planned this surprise instead of the ice skating party that they couldn't do.
Yeah.
They had planned this surprise party at their house where all of her friends are waiting.
Really?
Uh-huh.
What?
And they were going to go to a trampoline park.
A trampoline park? That sounds like a great birthday.
I know. Yeah, but they didn't tell her.
Although I've been to a trampoline park as an old man, it's exhausting.
Yeah, but they're all 13.
Sure. Yeah.
So they probably still have the energy for it.
Mm-hmm.
So in the meantime, her parents are getting worried because she should be home by now and she's not.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the forest. Grandmother Willow's like, well, what can we do to make this birthday just as magical as you deserve for it to be? And she's like, I don't know. I mean, Pocahontas is my favorite movie. Can any of the cool stuff that happens in that movie happen to me? Like,
it's her favorite movie?
It's her favorite Disney movie.
Okay. Wow.
And
I'd say it's a lesser of the Disney movies, personally.
Well, Gwyneth doesn't think so.
I disagree. I think.
What's your favorite?
Disney movie?
Mm-hmm. Like classic Disney movie.
So Pixar doesn't count?
I don't think so.
The Lion King.
Lion King's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Beauty and the Beast.
That's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody has different opinions, and Gwyneth's is Pocahontas.
Wrong opinion, sure.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, she's like, Grandma Willow's like, yeah, I think so. So she calls over her hummingbird and raccoon friends, and the raccoon braids Gwyneth's hair.
Okay.
Because that happens in the movie.
This would be really creepy. I would be creeped out by this.
They've got such dexterous little hands.
I was just seeing a raccoon, I would be out.
Really?
I would be gone.
They're so cute.
I mean, I'm not like afraid of them. Well, I mean, kind of. They do.
I would be kind of.
They do
afraid.
attack you. They could.
And they could have rabies and stuff.
Yeah, they're disease ridden.
Sure.
But she's okay with it. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. She's 13. Her frontal cortex isn't fully developed. She doesn't have enough judgment.
Okay, sure.
So, and the hummingbird comes over and like lands on her hand and like chills out and stuff. That's pretty much all the hummingbird does in the movie. It's just around.
Mm-hmm.
and Grandmother Willow whips up a wind, and it...
A willow wind? A wind willow?
Yeah, and pretty leaves fly around in magical ways, and somehow there's like sparkles mixed in and stuff.
Ow.
And then she does that part of the movie where she dips her willow frond into the lake and teaches about how ripples happen.
During the math test earlier, did Gwyneth take any kind of drugs or anything?
No.
Okay, all right.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
Okay.
This really happened.
Okay.
So anyway, so she hangs out with Grandmother Willow for a little while, and she's like, well, man, this has been the best birthday ever. I'm so glad that I met you. Can I come back and visit you? And Grandmother Willow is like, no.
Wow.
It's just, I actually don't exist. This only happens on 13th birthdays.
Really?
Yep.
Well, she does exist then.
I exist, but only for this one day. Did you notice how this path just appeared in the forest here? And she's like, yeah, I do walk past here sometimes, and I never noticed it before. She's like, yeah, because it wasn't your 13th birthday, but now it is. So after today, I won't be here anymore. And she's like, oh, that sucks, but I guess I could just watch Pocahontas. Okay.
That works.
Well,
I'd rather watch The Lion King, personally.
Sometimes I would watch The Lion King, too. But
Okay, let's watch The Lion King later.
Okay.
All right.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she's like, but I don't want The Lion King to happen in real life because the lions they'll eat you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that it was Pocahontas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least that part of Pocahontas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she's like, well, Gwyneth is like, well, I gotta go because my parents are probably worried. It's been several hours and I should have been home by now.
Yeah, imagine they'd be calling the cops.
They're probably really worried, even though they forgot to schedule my birthday party and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's okay. So she leaves. She walks home and she gets to her house and there's police cars outside and she's like, oh my goodness, what's happened? Are my parents okay? And she runs inside. And she's like, her parents are sitting there, and they look really worried. And she's like, are you guys okay? I saw the police cars outside, and I got really worried about you. And they were like, the police cars are here for you, dummy. You didn't come home from school. What the heck happened? It's your birthday.
Dummy.
Dummy.
Yeah.
Yep. And the police are like, you probably shouldn't call your kid dummy, but like, yeah, that was actually really dumb of her, so it's okay, we'll let it slide.
Okay.
And then the police leave, and they're like, hey, don't not come home from school anymore.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay.
What about the surprise party?
And her parents were like, well, we were throwing you a surprise party, and all of your friends were here.
They're not there anymore?
But then you didn't come home, and we got really worried. And then she's like, oh no.
Wait, what was she like?
Oh no.
One more time.
Oh no.
Okay.
And then her parents are like, just kidding, everybody's still here. They waited around because they were worried about you too. And now we're going to take you to the trampoline park, even though we're really upset because you didn't come home from school.
But that's fine.
But that's okay, because it's your birthday!
Hooray! And then they all sing, from the day we arrive on the planet.
No.
And blinking.
No.
Step into the sun.
That's not what they sing, because it's Pocahontas Day!
There's more to see.
Oh my goodness.
Than can ever be seen. More to do than can ever be done. Okay, that's enough.
Okay, that's really beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, anyway, they go to the trampoline park, and they eat cake, and they have pizza, and it's great. And then the next day, Gwyneth gets grounded for a week.
Oh.
Because she didn't come home from school, and she scared the crap out of her parents.
That sucks.
Yeah, but they didn't do it on her birthday, and she got to go to the trampoline park. So, it's okay.
All right.
Yeah. And she passed her mathematics test.
She passed it? She thought she wasn't doing well.
Well, she didn't get like an A plus, but she got a B.
Which things did she get wrong?
Just some formulas and a couple of equations.
Really?
And
okay.
Some addition and subtraction, maybe a little multiplication and division.
Okay.
Just mathematics
very
stuff.
specific. Yeah. Okay. Great. What's the name of your story?
Gwyneth's no good, very bad birthday, but with Pocahontas.
Gwyneth's no good, very bad birthday, but with Pocahontas.
Yep.
Okay.
That's it.
It's a lovely story.
Thank you so much.
You think you know
No.
whatever land you... This is the conclusion song.
Okay.
We close the credits. Land down.
Uh-huh.
The earth is just a dead thing you can claim.
Uh-huh.
But I know every rock and tree and creature. I know the song because they played this song before The Lion King on my tape that I had.
Ah.
As an advertisement for Pocahontas.
Right.
Has a life, has a spirit, has a name.
That's really beautiful.
The rainstorm.
No,
Okay.
I think we're done.
All right.
Okay. Well, that was fun.
That was fun. This has been brought to you by Disney.
Except not monetarily,
Not
because
at
they're
all.
not sponsoring us.
Or not at all, anyway.
But some could say, well, I think you could argue that our personalities were
Shaped by
molded
Disney? Yeah.
by Disney.
A little bit.
A little bit.
I mean, mine was also molded by Star Wars and TV
I'm not saying
and cartoons, other cartoons.
by Disney.
And,
It played a part in my formative years, okay, Craig?
Okay. This is the most contentious episode of Story Not Story yet.
I just get really upset when you talk about Disney and you don't do it right.
Well, thank you for listening, everybody.
Thank you so much for listening to our podcast.
Yes.
And we will be back next week with more stories, probably a continuation of
Tumblin' Toby.
maybe a conclusion finally.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Who even knows?
That's it.
That's it. All right. Hey. Good night.
Good night. Hey, live people.
Hey, live streamies. We're still here.
We're still here, you live streamers.
How you streaming, streamos?
I saw some people show up and be confused in the comments.
Sure. That makes sense.
We're recording a podcast, Story Not Story, which is what we do every week.
Yep.
And there's, wait a second. Can I put a link in the describey?
I just don't know. Probably not if it's coming from...
Oops.
Oh, boy.
Don't worry about it.
I'm a little worried about it.
Oops.
Mm-hmm.
Da 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 do. A shooby doo 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 doo. I can, I think.
All right.
Story Not Story. I'm going to put a link to our website where you can download the podcast if you want to. Yeah. There, it's in the description now, I think. If you refresh yeah, there it is. Boom.
There it is.
If you are interested in our podcast.
Interested.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay. Well, we could be done.
Oh, yeah, maybe we could be done, I suppose.
That
was some stories.
Yeah.
I like how my story was, he was suddenly a serial killer at the end. That was a nice Shyamalan moment.
Yeah, it was.
Was
Lou played by M. Night Shyamalan?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, so the acting wasn't that great.
Sure.
But, yeah, thank you guys for listening.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Are people still here?
Listen.
17 viewers on YouNow and like 18 on YouTube. But no one's talking. I think we lulled them to sleep with our stories.
I think I got lulled almost to sleep with my story. Also, my belly keeps coming out down here.
Yeah?
My shirts need more shirt to them.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
You should get like double shirt.
Double shirt.
B3 Beast Best says, I'm talking. Talking up a storm. Sarah L says, I can talk if you like. LOL. Well, you did. Thank you. And I liked it. Bye, Stefan Voslo. All right.
All right, y'all.
We're gonna end the stream.
I think we're gonna have to end the stream.
Mm-hmm. Bye, everybody. 1, 2, 3.
Ding.
Gotta go.
Gotta go.
Up to the bathroom.
Yep.
So, just one question, please. Best.
Okay.
What's the question? There's a lag, probably, so we gotta wait for the question.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. What's your question? Question. Better make it a good one. This better be a good question. Pressure's on. Pressure's on. When does the baby due? November 6th.
1 month exactly.
1 month exactly from today.
Although we don't know. I mean, we can't say for sure that's when she'll come. Craig thinks she'll be born on her date.
No, I think we can say for sure because they said November 6th.
That's true. They did say November 6th.
So that's when it's going to happen, right?
I think she's going to be late.
Yeah. There's a question on the YouTube.
Scroll up. Accent 5 times.
I don't. I'm not seeing. Oh, did I have a great birthday? I did have a great birthday. Went and saw Blade Runner.
Is that? I don't think that was it.
Oh. I had a great birthday. Saw Blade Runner 2049. Had cupcake. Had milkshake. I had a cupcake and a milkshake yesterday. Ridiculous. Putting on the pounds. Putting on the pounds. Yeah.
Why don't we bring in different guests to the podcast, like from all different backgrounds, like musicians, artists, anything really, be really interesting and beneficial both ways, either for you and for them.
Well, we probably should.
We probably should have guests.
Well, but we are not friendly people, so...
No, we had talked about having guests before, like collaborating while we were at different conferences and stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's mostly when we see people. But we could also do it. I mean, you've been on people's podcasts remotely.
Yeah, we've been talking about Mark Gray, who shows up here all the time.
Yeah.
Get him on.
Yeah, we just need to make time to schedule it. Here's the thing: is that it's harder to do that because most of the time, most weeks we're not recording this at a set time. We're recording it whenever we get an opportunity to.
Yeah.
And with the baby coming, that's gonna throw another wrench into the whole finding time to record it thing. But we do want to have guests.
Yeah, we probably should.
We probably should. We'll make more of an effort.
We'll make more of an effort.
Someday.
So, that'll do it. That'll do it.
That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks.
I already winked, so no more winking.
No more winking.
Ever.
1 wink a day.
Ever.
Ever.
For many of you, don't wink. Don't wink. Okay, bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Ooh.
Wink.